Container gardening has this reputation for being expensive. The pots, the soil, the plants, the constant replacing. But here's what most people don't realize. The plants that look the most designed, the most intentional, the most like something out of a high-end garden magazine, those aren't the expensive ones. In this video, we're covering 7 container plants that cost almost nothing, but look like someone with a serious eye put them together. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, quick heads up. If you see any plants or tools you like in this video, I've linked all my favorites on the screen and down below. Super easy to check out. All right, let's get into it.
Number 1, Coleus Wasabi. If there is one plant that can make a container look like it was put together by a professional, it's Coleus. And Wasabi is the variety that does it most dramatically. The foliage is an electric, almost neon chartreuse green that reads immediately as intentional and bold. It doesn't look like something you just threw in a pot. It looks like a color decision. Against dark purple companions, terracotta containers, or brick walls, Wasabi creates a contrast so sharp and deliberate that people assume you spent real money putting it together. The reality is you probably paid $5 for it at a big box garden center. Wasabi thrives in part shade to shade, which makes it perfect for those container spots on porches, patios, and entryways that don't get full sun. It grows quickly, fills a pot beautifully, and holds its vivid color all season. Use it as the centerpiece of a mixed container and let everything else play off that bold chartreuse. The combination will look expensive, the price tag absolutely won't. Number 2, Persian Shield. Persian Shield might be the most visually striking plant you can put in a container for under $10, and almost nobody knows what it is, which makes it look even more rare and considered. The leaves are iridescent. That's not an exaggeration. They actually catch the light and shift between deep purple and metallic silver, depending on the angle, the time of day, and how the sun hits them. In a container, this creates a shimmering, almost otherworldly effect that makes people stop and lean in for a closer look. It genuinely looks tropical and expensive. It is neither. Persian Shield loves heat and humidity, making it a summer container star in most of the US. It prefers bright, indirect light or morning sun with afternoon shade. Full midday sun can wash out the metallic effect. Pair it with chartreuse sweet potato vine or lime green coleus, and the contrast between the iridescent purple and the electric green is the kind of combination that photographs beautifully and looks curated from 20 feet away. Number 3, Sweet Potato Vine Blackie. Blackie sweet potato vine costs about $4. It looks like someone paid a landscape designer to make a decision about it. That gap between price and appearance is almost absurd. The leaves are a deep, rich burgundy black, so dark they read as almost black in most light conditions. They're large, bold, and dramatically lobed, and as the vine trails and spills over the edge of a container, it creates this lush, cascading effect that makes a pot look full, layered, and designed. Dark, trailing foliage is one of the signature moves of high-end container design. Blackie delivers it for the price of a coffee. It's virtually indestructible in summer heat, grows fast enough to fill and trail significantly within weeks of planting, and pairs with almost anything: vivid orange marigolds, bright white impatiens, hot pink calicrochia. Whatever you put beside it, Blackie makes it look more intentional. Use it as the thriller or the spiller in any combination, and it will do the heavy lifting visually at basically zero cost. Number 4, Caladium Fannie Munson. When people see caladiums in a well-planted container, they almost always assume the plants are expensive. The combination of vivid color, tropical texture, and sheer visual impact reads as rare and high maintenance. It is none of those things. Fannie Munson has large, heart-shaped leaves in deep rose pink with green edges and visible veining that creates a layered, almost illustrated quality. In a shaded container on a porch or patio, a single Caladium plant transforms the whole arrangement, not because it's surrounded by other things, but because the leaf alone is so visually complete. It looks like someone sourced a rare tropical specimen. You found it for $8. Caladiums thrive in shade and heat, which makes them one of the best container investments for those difficult north-facing or porch situations where most plants struggle. They go dormant in winter but come back from the tubers the following year if stored properly, so that $8 investment can pay off for multiple seasons. Plant them with dark coleus or simple green ferns and let the Caladium be the undeniable star. Number 5. Creeping Wirevine. Creeping Wirevine is one of those plants that professional container designers reach for constantly, and most home gardeners have never heard of it. That gap is where the budget opportunity lives. The plant itself is a dense, trailing mat of tiny round leaves on wiry stems that spill elegantly over the edge of any container. The texture is incredibly fine and delicate, almost lacy, and it creates a softness and refinement at the base of a container arrangement that makes the whole thing look finished and considered. It's the kind of detail that tells people a professional put this together, even when the rest of the container is quite simple. Creeping Wirevine is hardy enough to overwinter in zones 7 and above, which means it's not a seasonal annual in most of the country. A single purchase keeps working for years. It handles both sun and part shade and stays compact enough to work in smaller containers without overwhelming. Use it as the spiller in virtually any arrangement, and it adds instant refinement. At $8 to $15 a pot, it's the detail that makes everything else look like it cost more. Number 6. Hukura Midnight Rose. Most people think of Hukura as a garden perennial. The smarter move is to use it in containers where its dramatic foliage becomes an immediate focal point at exactly eye level. Midnight Rose has deep, almost black foliage, speckled with small pink spots, an effect so unusual and specific that it genuinely looks like a specialty plant that cost real money. The combination of dark color, fine texture, and those unexpected pink flecks creates a complexity that reads as considered and expensive. People stop and ask what it is. You tell them $8. As a perennial, Hukura comes back every year, which makes it one of the best container investments you can make. At the end of the season, pull it from the container and plant it in the garden, where it will establish and return. Next year, buy another one for the container. You're essentially renting the most visually impressive plant in your arrangement for less than $10 per season. Pair Midnight Rose with silver or lime green companions, and the dark foliage becomes the anchor the whole container is built around. Number 7. Fiber Optic Grass. We're closing the list with a plant that adds something the others can't: movement, delicacy, and a texture so unusual that it consistently makes people reach out to touch it. Fiber optic grass produces thin, arching green stems that terminate in tiny silvery white tips, and in a breeze, or even just from the air movement of someone walking past, those tips catch the light and shimmer. The overall effect is genuinely otherworldly, like something between a grass and an aquatic plant, and the movement quality adds a dimension to container arrangements that static plants simply can't provide. It looks exotic and carefully sourced. It costs $6 to $12. It works best in consistently moist conditions, so pairing it with other moisture-loving container plants or staying on top of watering is important. In the right setting, a partially shaded spot with reliable moisture, fiber optic grass becomes the most talked about plant in any arrangement. Use it as the delicate, airy counterpoint to bold foliage plants like Caladium or Persian Shield. The contrast between the fine shimmer of the grass and the dramatic tropical leaves creates exactly the kind of layered, professional container design that costs nothing to achieve. Those are 7 container plants that cost between $4 and $15 each and look like someone with a serious design eye put them together. If this was helpful, subscribe. We put out new plant content every week. And if you want to see how to actually combine these into specific container recipes, that video is linked right here. We'll see you in the next one.